We're doing this reading right before a huge fucking storm. Alright, so what the fuck is stopping your cash flow though? Like, what the fuck is all up in your bank account? What the fuck is stopping you from achieving the type of monetary gains that you want to be achieving? Well, some of you guys are right on the edge of successfully completing, I feel like, a milestone. Okay, so I can see a milestone here where you're kind of just like skipping on through. I don't think that you think about the amount of money you're making. You're super logical. You like to kind of like compare, contrast a lot of the time with where you're at and where other people are at. And I just feel like in this sort of environment, wherever you work at and wherever you're getting your money from, you can't compare and contrast. You can't be like anybody else. You have to strive to be completely and utterly different. In fact, so different that people can't help but to look at you, right? I think that you've already learned all the skills that you need to know. I think that you're very professional. Like I mean, people be talking, you scream professionalism. Look, like that's a whole director right there. You could want to do something within the film industry, or you could want to be on film at some point. You might want to show yourself in a way. I feel like some of you guys struggle with showing yourself on camera. Some of y'all struggle with feeling confident enough to do certain things online, where I feel like a lot of eyes will be on you regardless, you know. In a way, I feel like the biggest thing that holds you back from finances is absolutely your confidence. You know, I feel like even if you're just trying to get like certification or you're trying to go to school, whatever it is, like your confidence in yourself always fucking wavers. And I feel like this definitely has something to do with, you know, a past. You definitely have a past of not really being good with money, but you've grown. Okay, so significantly you've grown. You might be buying your first house here. I can see something along the lines of like apartment building. You could buy your own apartment building or be trying to do your own Airbnb, something of that nature. I know that you have the capability of creating something so beautiful and so grand. As long as you put your back into that shit, you know, it's not going to be cheap, but I'm not going to say it's going to be super expensive either, because you are a designer. You know, you love to design things. You love to control things. That's your biggest thing. They say you have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, or it's in a very high placement like Scorpio Mars, where you enjoy the control. You enjoy to call the shots. You enjoy to micromanage and make sure people see you as the person that you are, which is a very diligent, swift, and commanding, demanding worker, right? So a lot of you are looking for ways to express yourself through your content, through your work. And I'm seeing here that your self-expression is definitely spoken word, okay? For some people, really, for some, like, it's really this focus around your mouth area, and for others, it's the focus on your eyes. You know, whether you wear makeup or, you know, you just someone with very intense looks, intense eyes, intense lips. The intensities about you are what attract people. You know, no matter who points this dog shit out. Like, I feel like people just be pointing out shit in order to get you off your game. I feel like people are trying to find flaws in your work currently, and they're just not finding them, so they need to pick you apart to every extent that they possibly can. I feel like you're going to get a lot of motherfucking trolls, especially on social media, especially, you know, if you got that Yelp review system, whatever the review system is. People will try to traumatize and trigger you just to do it. I feel like your creative juices right now are pumping through. Like, I almost saw someone with, like, you know, 10 cups of coffee type shit. And you know how, you know, people used to study on, like, just straight black coffee. I can see someone working through here with, like, you know, it's almost like the fucking ADHD jitters and shit. Like, you really have this amazing work ethic. You know, it's almost, I feel like it's almost criminal in a way that you get away with doing this much work or this much for yourself. And if you haven't gotten, you know, scraped yourself up out of bed yet, scrape your ass out of bed. Because when it comes down to it, starting your day as early as possible, even when the sun's not even out type shit, that's going to be super important for your growth as well, because you are just that type of bitch. You're that type of person. You are smooth as fuck. You wake up when everybody else is sleeping type shit. It's like you know, not even a squeak type shit. I can't even hear the mice type shit. I can keep hearing like things in the walls cracking and knocking and shit like that. You might be hearing a lot of like paranormal. There might be a lot of storms, electrical storms going on right now. All of these electrical storms, all of this knocking, all of this like eruption or explosion around you. It could even be like an earthquake or something like that. All of this definitely represents where you are heading right now financially. Okay, so the star, you're heading in an area that is untouched by human hands, human lips, human eyes. Nobody's ever seen something like this before. Okay, this is insane. You know, I feel like the amount of time that you take is not going to be as much as you're thinking, and I honestly feel like you should teach a fucking class on how fast you did this. You know, I'm feeling like this. I pay attention to detail because I think you could easily teach a class on how you actually went through this whole process and how you did this. And this is very much a nerve-wracking thing for everybody else financially. I feel like if you're buying a house, this is something that young buyers and, you know, young and old buyers alike need to learn the actual game of this shit, because sometimes it's just like fucking Monopoly. You know, people can jack up the motherfucking prices and make you wonder why you even like the house in the first place. That shit is like, it's not worth that amount of money. I feel like people are very, very unfair when it comes to young buyers. They try to highball everything. They try to make the young buyers so insecure in themselves that, you know, they end up buying out a spot that just ain't worth it. It's not big enough. I feel like I heard this world isn't big enough for any of us type shit. So those of you that apply to this reading, you absolutely are not big enough. Like you need to get bigger type shit. Like you need to grow type shit. And I feel like this growth is going to be exponential over the next few weeks. I see something to do with like the victim mentality, where you might feel like other people are trying to slow you down and stop you from your goals, especially using witchcraft, magic, voodoo. But those are, again, all excuses. No matter how much you lack, there shouldn't be any way that these people, weak ass people, stop you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what type of magic they be doing. There is absolutely no way that these people will stop you at the level that you're at right now. You're on another fucking height right now. It doesn't even make sense, right? That's how crazy this shit is. You know, I got 999, which is ultimate possibilities, ultimate future. You're so thorough, and I feel like a lot of y'all's personality traits make people mad, right? They make people mad because you'll have the capability of being a smooth dictator type shit, where you don't have to demand and command people. It's more or less you got like real smooth vocal tones, and you're able to like get it just how you like it. It's kind of like a player type thing, you know, or, you know, almost I heard like a pimp. You talk like a pimp. Like you are able to sell your product real fucking good because you talk like a pimp. You leave people hungry for more and shit. You know, if you're looking for like a future job or something coming up, there is something coming up here that looks like it's a process that's going to take longer than you possibly thought it was. But it's a process nonetheless. I feel like you're expanding something. Could be expanding your knowledge on something, expanding your knowledge on work, on school, whatever it is something that will benefit you in the end and create your whole entire foundation for what you want to do for the rest of your life, which is insane, right? That's fucking insane. Definitely sensing the black magic, voodoo, like people trying to slow you down. I would say, you know, in particular, there is a situation I'm seeing right now that a family member or family members are trying to slow one other family member down financially. They might even be trying to hold back something, some sort of profit. Could even be like a will. It could be something that's like written paper. It could be a check. Whatever it is that is being slowed down will eventually come out to the light, and they would have no other choice but to hand it over to you, because legally they can't handle this. They can't hang on to this because it's just not theirs. Okay, so people stealing money, I feel like not only just like magically trying to steal your spotlight, trying to corrupt whatever you do for work, but also trying to steal shit, literally, like, you know, klepto shit. Like, I could see a kleptomaniac here, someone who most definitely goes through people's purses, goes through people's backpacks, goes through people's wallets. It's like a regular thing for this individual, for this person. Could be a fire sign, could be a water sign. They always be checking like how much money someone has on lot. I feel like it's a broke person, right? It's broke, you know, and God don't like broke, you know. God don't like broke, you know. We don't like broke. That's what I'm saying. We don't like broke. So whatever the situation is, where this person just keeps like sifting and sifting and sifting for finances and money, it's like this nigga got chump change, this bitch got chump change, and like, it's not even a part of your worries. If this is like a family member that you've offered money a lot, it's possible that you've offered this person a way out financially in so many different ways, and they have basically given up on themselves. Then you need to give up on them so that you can achieve your dreams, because this is your dream now. It's all about you now. You know, I heard dream walker, and that sentence to me means you have the capability of walking straight towards your dream in reality, and you need to do that. You know, you need to stop sitting here and focusing on what everybody else wants, because when it comes down to it, they will purposefully throw you off trail and throw your ass off track, because they are offended by the fact that they didn't get the same opportunities and chances you have, even though they haven't fucking tried, right? There's nothing like someone who's just a lazy piece of shit. You know, that's how I feel about it. There's nothing like someone who wants to live off somebody else, right? I heard something about a romantic situation where someone's trying to live off the land type shit. They're trying to live off your couch or live off your bed. They might be asking to like move in with you. They might be desperately asking, clinging on to you in a certain way that makes you highly uncomfortable. They are saying that this person is a liar. They are a broke bitch, and they will absolutely take advantage if you do allow them in your home. So be careful of anyone who's kind of like begging for a place to stay, or begging to stay on the couch, or, you know, trying to overstay their welcome. You know, like, it's been 3 days. Like, you need to get the fuck out and go back home. You know, I feel like that's definitely a bad sign that this person has absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing. I mean, no stability at all. I feel like this is like a sociopathic type person, where they will play into your needs and wants in an emotional manner, but then plead for something in a financial manner, because they know you would give it to them out of the kindness of your heart, not because they respect you, not because they love you, but because you have feelings for them and they don't return those feelings. They are naturally able to mimic and imitate those feelings. That's a sociopath, baby. That's not even a narcissist. It's a sociopath. Definitely like mania right now when it comes to money. You might get like a high or adrenaline off of when you see your money in your bank account. Be careful, because things might go fast if you're not too cautious with your, you know, where you're spending shit, especially with like subscriptions and stuff like that. I see like a subscription raising price or something like that. Definitely see like the main person that you should be competing with right now is yourself. Like, you should be looking in the mirror and competing with your motherfucking self. You understand what I'm saying? That is how rare your ability or your approach is to whatever you do. You can't lose hope just because a couple of people fucking pick and prod, or you get one bad boss, or you get one bad situation. You just can't do that. You know, you can't give up on yourself just because, you know, there's a repeat in the system where, you know, it makes you feel crazy. You know, I get that you want to snap. Okay, you don't want to hold yourself anymore, your true self and what you truly think, but you're allowed to speak what's on your mind in an intelligent way without losing your shit, you know, emotionally, mentally, physically harming somebody. Okay, so that's what it's looking like, y'all. You really do have money this month. Yeah, I could see it. You know, I can even smell this shit. I can smell the money. It's just a matter of application, applying yourself, and make sure that you're doing consistent work. Make sure people are consistently paying you. Make sure you're measuring. Like, you got to pay attention to all the intricate details. That's what Libra season about, is all intricacy. Okay, it's about intricate relationships, intricate emotions, intricate finances. Pay attention to every single tiny detail. This would be the perfect time to like refine details. If you do like clothing, or if you make products and shit like that, this will be the perfect time to come up with something to refine whatever you're building and making. So there it is.